Hello guys, happy Friday. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 10 tips to becoming an influencer, the things that can help you get started and how to eventually turn this into something you can make money from. So yeah, let's get started. To give you a bit of background before I go ahead with my 10 tips, I am a fashion-based content creator. So I post mainly on TikTok and Instagram. I make like fashion content. I started doing this about 3 years ago in the lockdown in 2020. And in the past year or so, I've started earning money from social media and it's become my full-time job alongside studying at university. So that's just a bit of background on me to hopefully give you some sort of trust in me in giving you some good tips. But yeah, let's get started. So my first tip is don't be scared. I know how scary it can be when you think of how many people there are on social media that could be watching your stuff. You might still be in school and you don't want people at school to make fun of you. You might have a job and people in your office. You know, there's all these things you could be worrying about your parents watching your videos. But honestly, just don't be scared. Like, I am not a very confident type of person. I used to be very shy when I was growing up, and I think it just comes with practice. Like, honestly, talking to a camera right now, I don't think I would have been able to do this like 10 years ago. But now I can do it because I've just had practice, and it's the same with posting on social media. Like, the more you do it, the more you're going to get used to it, the more it's going to get comfy. And also, if you're doing well, you've got nothing to be embarrassed about. Like, once you start gaining followers and getting an audience, then it's not something you should be scared of or embarrassed of, because your friends are probably just gonna think it's cool. Because like, being a social media creator is not that weird. Like 10 years ago, it was probably seen as a bit weird to become a YouTuber, but nowadays, like, it's such a normal thing. Like, I know so many people that have normal jobs and also post online, and like, it's not that weird. So honestly, yeah, my first tip is just do not be scared. Like, you're always going to be thinking, oh, I wish I'd made a YouTube channel 10 years ago. Oh, I wish I'd started TikTok in lockdown. But no, the time is now. Honestly, if you haven't started already, just start posting and do not be scared. Okay, my tip number 2, which is more like specific, is before you start posting, one of the best things you can do to sort of put yourself in the best position to do well on social media is get your account sort of in shape. So say on Instagram, if you currently have like a private account that you've been posting on, make sure it's on public. Or if you don't want to use the same account that your friends will follow, just make a new account. Make sure you've got it turned into a business account, and it's the same with TikTok. Make sure they're on business accounts, because this means you can see all the analytics of your videos and how well they perform, and then you'll be able to know what sort of content does well. It also gives you all the information about your followers. So like, I can see what percentage of my Instagram followers are female, where are they from, and that really helps you to be able to make video ideas. Because say most of your followers are from America, you might want to make more American themed videos, like for example, make a Thanksgiving video. Whereas if they're from the UK, you want to do things on UK holidays and celebrations and stuff like that. And it's the same with YouTube. Like, if you want to start posting YouTube videos, you've got to make a thumbnail, get a good profile picture, update your like channel description and everything. And you can do that easily on like Canva. There's a really good website that's free where you can design stuff if you're wanting to make a YouTube thumbnail, or if you want to make your Instagram like profile picture or anything like that. But yeah, basically, once you've got your accounts in sort of good standing where they're all business accounts, it just gives you more opportunity for your posts to do well. But yeah, basically, once you've turned on all the like business account settings on your social medias, it will put your content in a much better position to like go viral and stuff. And once they do get views, you'll be able to see more information about like where the views came from, and it really just helps you to be able to like see where you've gone wrong and where you've gone right in your content. Okay, my third thing I want to say is that you do not need fancy equipment. So you may be thinking, oh, I need to buy a big ring light, I need to have a professional camera. You don't need any of that. I literally just use my iPhone, and the only thing I've ever really bought to use to make content with is a tripod. And I don't really think you need a tripod at first. Like, you can literally just put your phone up. Like, when I take my Instagram photos in London, for example, I literally just put my phone against my coffee cup, like on a random wall, and take my pictures on a self-timer on my phone. And if you're wanting to make like YouTube videos or TikToks, if you just have any like windowsill in your house you can just pop your phone up against, then you don't really need a tripod to begin with. And I'm sure most of you do have like an iPhone or just like a phone that you can film on. So if whatever you're watching this on, you probably can start making your content on that already. But if you guys do want a tripod, I would just recommend Amazon. That's where I got mine on. That's what you're sitting on right now. Tripod does make things a lot easier for, like, for example, my like fashion content. I use a tripod a lot. for holding my phone up and for YouTube videos, but you don't need it. I'm just trying to say, like, you don't need any fancy equipment, you don't need a professional camera or anything like that. You can literally just have your phone, and the one thing I would say is a tripod. They're going to be like 30 to 40 pounds. Honestly, not too much money compared to like investing in a big camera or anything. So yeah, honestly, once you have those things, you can just start making content straight away. Okay, my tip number 4 is that short form videos are your friend. If you don't know what short form videos are, it's basically just like videos that are very short. So for example, TikToks are an example of short form, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. And the way social media is going, short form videos are the way that everyone's going to be posting in the future. Like, if you think 10 years ago it was all like Instagram feed posts and long YouTube videos, and now everything is moving more and more towards short form content. So if you want to start posting on social media, you're gonna want to be making short form content. Even if you're just wanting to become an Instagram like model and you just want to post pictures of yourself, short form videos is the way to go, because the social media platforms are really pushing them, especially at the moment. Like if you think of it this way, about like in like 2014 when YouTube was blowing up, I know a lot of people who always think, oh, I wish I'd started making YouTube videos then, like it was so easy, everything was blowing up, I could have been Zoella, like I should have taken advantage of it. That is what is happening now for short form content. If you're not posting now, like you're really missing out on this massive uptake of short form content, and you just need to start posting, honestly. And especially because most platforms use very similar videos. So for example, I will film a TikTok, I'll edit the TikTok, I'll post it on TikTok, then I'll post the exact same video with the same caption, there's no extra work, post that on Instagram Reels, the same video I'll post on YouTube Shorts. Then you're giving your content like 3 or 4, or you can post it on Snapchat, you can post it on Facebook Reels, you know. You're giving your content like so many more opportunities to blow up and gain you recognition and followers, because just one video that you film can get views from all these different platforms. Also, like the social media platforms are just pushing short form videos a lot. Like YouTube especially, YouTube has just introduced YouTube Shorts, and like for example, even my YouTube Shorts do so much better than these longer videos. And it's the same with Instagram. Like I'm sure you guys have noticed, even if you just have a personal Instagram, like your feed posts are going to be getting less likes than they ever used to, and if you post a reel, it's going to do much better than your feed posts. And same with TikTok. Obviously TikTok is just all videos anyway, but basically what I'm trying to say is like now is the time to start posting short form content, because it's really blowing up. And if you like miss out, then in 10 years you're going to look back the same way as you might do now about like the early days of YouTube, because honestly like now is the time to start, and it's so easy to like get views and recognition now because the platforms are really pushing and putting more views onto short form content. Okay, my next tip is just to use hashtags and like how to find your niche and stuff like that. So basically, when you start posting on social media to begin with, I would say just post whatever you make, like whatever videos you're creating, just post them. Because if you're posting 10 videos a week, there's much more chance of one of those going viral than if you're posting 10 videos a year. So honestly, it's just about posting, but there are a few things that you can do to make sure each video does well, or like has a better chance of doing well than it would be if you just posted it like blank. So one of those things is obviously hashtags. So it really depends on your niche, like what sort of content you're trying to make. But so for example, for me, I make fashion videos. So every time I go to post a photo or a video, I will Google fashion hashtags, just go on a random website. There's so many websites, and you can just copy and paste the hashtags, put it on your video. I normally change a few of them to be like video specific. So say it's a winter coat try on haul, I will do hashtag winter coat, hashtag try on haul, you know. But basically, just use hashtags because it really allows the social media apps to know what niche you're in, and therefore they can know what sort of audience your videos will be pushed out to. So for example, if I'm posting a fashion video and I do hashtag for you page, hashtag TikTok, which I know a lot of people do, TikTok is not going to know who to push that video to. They're going to think hashtag for you page, that's giving me no information about the video. Whereas if I put these 30 hashtags about fashion, they're going to know exactly who to push the video to. They're going to go, right, users that have been interested in fashion videos, I'm going to put Grace's video on their For You page. if they like it, then I'm going to put it to more people and more people, and that's how a video goes viral. It's just based on how people are reacting to your videos. And if you're just putting hashtags like For You page, then TikTok or Instagram isn't going to know what your video is and who to push it out to. So really just putting hashtags or even just keywords in your caption that are to do with the video will really help the algorithm know who to push out videos to, and therefore making your videos go more viral. And of course there is exceptions, like you will see some viral videos that have no hashtags or anything, but this is just about like making sure your videos are sort of in best standing to do well and be pushed out. So in my opinion, I would always use these sort of hashtags and things because it's just giving your account like that tiny bit more help than it would be if you're not posting those things. Okay, my next tip, which I've sort of already touched on, is just be consistent. Like, I cannot stress this enough. Like I said, if you're posting 10 videos a week rather than 10 videos a year, the person posting 10 videos a week is going to go more viral. And it's just consistency. Like, I know you might not have enough time, but as I said, just post anything you have. And then once one of those videos does well, you can see what people like and then make more videos like that video. Like, for example, I didn't always used to do fashion. I used to do a mix of stuff. And I started to notice that my fashion videos were doing well, so I started posting more fashion videos. And then once you know that, then I knew, oh, so fashion videos featuring this do well. And you know, it really helps once you look at your videos. Once you have all these videos posted, you can really work out which ones do well. So just being consistent and posting a lot really gives you an insight into what sort of videos you need to make in the future and what ones are going to do well in the future. And also the same with the hashtag thing. So the social media algorithms on like TikTok, Instagram and YouTube are going to prefer you if you are consistent and post a lot. Because if you think about it as a business mindset, like for example, TikTok wants users to stay on the app for as long as possible. They don't want someone going to a different app, closing TikTok. So if you're posting a lot of TikToks, you're giving the people watching them more content to watch. And therefore TikTok is going to push your account out more because they're happy that you're posting content, which is making people stay on the app, watching the ads and everything. So basically you just need to post a lot because the algorithm is going to like you much better. And just being consistent means you've got a lot more videos to sort of look at and think about how you can do best. My next thing is similar to the first thing I said, but basically just don't be embarrassed. And I know this is such a big thing, especially if you're quite like an introverted person and quite shy like I was. But honestly, you just can't be embarrassed. Like, even if you think some of the TikToks you're posting are like cringy and you're like, oh, people at school are going to make fun of me, just post them, because the likelihood are at first they're not going to see your content, especially if you've like made a new account. Like, they're not going to find your videos, and even if they do, like, you just got to think, I'm doing this for myself, like, and in 10 years when I'm this big famous influencer, they're not going to make fun of you then, are they? They're like, if you think of like, say like Molly May, I bet people made fun of her at school when she started, and now they're probably asking her for like a shout out on Instagram. So you just got to not be embarrassed, because you're doing this because you probably love the thing you're talking about. So it's not something to be embarrassed about. And yeah, honestly, just don't think of anyone else. Just think of yourself and that you're doing this for you. My next tip is more of a warning. This is mainly towards like Instagram creators that are wanting to start on Instagram. When you start posting like an influencer, you will probably get some brands reaching out to you in your DMs. And at first you might be like really excited. Like, I remember thinking like, oh my God, this brand wants to work with me. But a lot of the time, about at least half of the messages you will receive will just be scams. And there'll be companies that might say, oh, we want to collab with you, you just have to pay shipping and we'll send you a free product and you have to post about it. And honestly, you've just got to be very aware, because any brand, any real like reputable brand that wants to work with you will not ask you to pay towards products. And most of them will probably not ask for you to do it for free as well. Like, you should be getting paid for your work. And if a company is asking you to pay for shipping for products, it's just a scam. Or even if it's not a scam, it's not the sort of company you want to be promoting or working with. But yeah, that's just like a PSA, because I know when I started doing influencing, I would get a lot of DMs like that. And at first I'd be like, oh, maybe I should just pay the shipping, because like then I can say I've worked with this brand. But honestly, like, it's just not worth it. And most of the time they are scams, and like, you don't really want to be promoting those to your followers anyway. Okay, my final tip is just to have fun and stop listening to what other people are saying, because maybe your friends or your mum or someone's telling you, oh, I don't think you should post, like, oh, this is embarrassing. Just don't do it. Like, if you really know that you want to start doing this, then you're going to love it. And like, making content is going to be so fun. You're going to love editing the videos. You're going to love finding new sounds to post to. and you're gonna have a fun time, and like you'll be able to make so many friends. Like I have so many friends that I've made over Instagram, and it's so nice to find people that have like the same passions in you as you, like people that, for example, for me, like love fashion, and we go shopping together and take photos together. And honestly, yeah, as I said at the beginning, it's a really easy job. It's one of the best jobs in the world. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks. I feel like there's a lot more stuff I could go into in the future in a different video. So I may make a whole separate video about like how to actually make money as an influencer, and like the gritty details of like how much you get paid for each brand deal and stuff like that. So let me know if that's something you want to see in the future. But hopefully you got some tips in this video on like how to start becoming an influencer or posting online. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, obviously. It's grace.tutty at Instagram and TikTok, and anywhere else you can find me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having a good week, and I will see you next Friday for another new video.